Hi there. On this week's episode, we talk truth, justice, and a better tomorrow.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Chris.
And now I'm Eddie.
This is Straight to POD. All right. We're back in July. We're gonna start off with the first big movie of the month that uh we were debating if we were gonna do a full episode, but we decided to not do it. But we're gonna talk about Jurassic World Rebirth. I think it's just Eddie and I who saw this one so far.
I
But
missed
Eddie,
this one, guys. I'm sorry.
wow.
For someone who's a fan of Jurassic Park,
I'm a fan of
didn't see
Jurassic
it.
Park 1. I'm a
Okay.
fan of Jurassic Park 1. And the
Keep that.
new Jurassic World, the first one, wasn't bad either. But then it was just took a nosedive.
You just don't
So
like Vision. That's what you don't like.
no, I don't like using a name for just to use it without any actual
What?
thought and effort behind it. But that
What are
could
you
be
talking
different.
about?
That could be different. This movie did it hold to the Jurassic Park slash world name?
What holding up would mean it's bad. But I it was surprisingly enjoyable. And it had very much of a the first Jurassic Park feel to it, like very much like kids in danger, exploring like dinosaurs, like awe-inspiring kind of thing for the first time. But also, it definitely had the later Jurassic World vibes as well, very actiony in them. But yeah, I I don't know. I guess after going through the Jurassic slot mines for like last three movies of Chris Pratt, not having him in it automatically better.
Uh,
And
Chris
yeah, I
doesn't
don't
like
know.
Chris Pratt.
I mean, we talked about him as action star before, so I definitely got a little tired of him, especially by the end of that series. But I would say I don't know, the acting was fine. Like Scarlett Johansson, Marshall Ali, they were doing their best. The script wasn't amazing, but they were having fun with it, I guess. I would say the one thing I was like disappointed by was the dinosaurs. Like, because like this island is like these are the most fucked up dinosaurs you'll ever see.
Yeah, they
But
really
Yeah.
they were too gross and fucked up for the zoo,
yeah,
so we
they
put them
really
here.
they
Wait,
really hammered
really?
that home. They really
Yeah.
hammered that
Damn.
point home. I mean, they were all supposed to be genetically modified
Yeah,
dinosaurs, which in itself is weird because we have
they're all in that.
dinosaurs. They're all labs already, but not only do we get pure dinosaurs, but we get a fucked up version of just spliced dinosaurs. And these are the rejects. It's an island of misfit dinosaurs, and they let them
And
reproduce.
yeah, I guess I wanted more. Like we only got like two. We had like this Rancor looking one with like a big head, and then like these weird like flying rats, essentially dinosaurs. And I don't know, I guess I wanted more. Just like give us like the most messed up thing you got?
Oh, so it was like a lot of setup to no delivery.
I mean, they were there. I guess I just wanted to see more weirdos?
Yeah, they really don't explore that aspect of the movie. And this is a
Hmm.
2 hour runtime movie, so I feel like they definitely had a lot of time to do it, especially because the beginning of the movie, I mean, the setup is pretty much outlined fairly quickly in this movie, and then they immediately go into it, like, which is great. That's one of the great parts that I liked about the movie is like, all right, here's a setup, here's a wind up and pitch, let's go. Like, we get enough of understanding of the background of these characters pretty well. It's sprinkled throughout the time. So, but yeah, I agree with you, Chris. For everything that was supposed to be the island, it just kind of fell flat to me.
I saw that like I know like they're like mercenaries, so I assumed they would have guns or something. But I guess it's like there's only so many dinosaurs left. We don't want to kill them. But it
Uh,
seemed kind of like a bad plan to go on a place where everything wants to kill you
yeah,
without some kind of
I'm
weapon.
like, I'm like, they're trying to get into the island. That's like, oh, it's illegal to go there, and then they come up with a plan. Like, here's how we're gonna get here. I was like, well, how are we supposed to get through like all the security? And they're like, there really isn't security. I was like, then why y'all could have just flown there if that was the case. You didn't have to swim there. It's like you take a boat there. I was like, well, if that's the case, you could have just taken the effing helicopter, run quicker. Like
That's
you
true.
you could have
Because
just gotten the water, the air, and the land one via a fucking helicopter. Like
yeah,
it's just a big flaw in this fucking movie. Like you could have just flown
because
there.
at the end of the movie, like there's literally a helicopter there to pick them up at the end. Like,
Yeah, it felt again, it felt like a video game. It was like, oh, our extraction point. We need to get to our
hmm
extraction point. We split up because, unfortunate events happen, but we all made it to, the extraction point. Now we need to get extracted. Oh no, our extraction failed. Now we have to find another way out. No, I get, and I like, and don't get me wrong, I like that. Part of the reason why I like Armageddon is because once you think it's over, this far-fetched, stupid idea that you think it's over, it's like, nope, we're gonna throw another wrench. The movie is another hour long before you know it's 3 hours long because it's like they figured something out. Nope, something else went wrong. All right, they figured that out. Nope, something else went wrong. So it's a constant pull to keep going, to keep making the movie go forward. But the movie itself is very simple. We got to go to the island to get 3 blood samples and then leave. Like you can't make it more, simple than that.
yeah.
Um, but the thing that I had was that there was never, I didn't, I didn't believe the fear. I don't think there was ever an actual. The characters were never in actual danger, and that's what I didn't feel like made this movie like a Jurassic Park movie. It's
Hmm.
not to say that they didn't act like they're scared or whatever, but like it kind I can't there was constant a break in seriousness with a joke. And it seems to be par nowadays. Like you just have to have jokes in there. Like everything has to have like a comedic relief in every scene. But none of the characters for me as an audience member ever felt like they weren't going to make it. Like
Oh, really?
I feel
no.
like there
None of the
were
main none
maybe
of
a
the
couple
main
times.
let me rephrase, none of the main characters were not gonna make it. The side characters that we didn't get any introduction, I didn't even get their names. I'm like, yeah, they'll probably die, and they did
Yeah, there are a lot
fairly
of red
quickly.
shirts in
It
this.
was a lot of
Yeah.
red shirts, and they died fairly quickly. But from that
Funny.
point, right? From that point, there was nobody. It didn't feel like they were all, and none of them were gonna die. Like even the dumbass kid who turned out to be instinct survivor, whatever the hell he was.
Yeah.
He was like, he was a getting high. He was a stupid idiot, but he's like, but when it comes time to survive, I can survive. You know, eh, even the interactions that he had with Dunn, I was like, this doesn't feel like you're going to die. None of this feels like you're all gonna, like, nobody's not gonna make it. You know, the children definitely are gonna make it because they're children. I don't think a PG-13 movie will have the children die. Uh,
You
and the
don't know
children
that.
need to survive because they can't survive on their own without a parental figure, despite the
Yeah.
fact that he miraculously fixed his foot when he needed to in this movie. He
I
went
did
from
notice
like
that too.
he's like, I can't move. And then, oh, we need to run. I'm like, run where, bro? Your ankle is broken, but not now. You're hobbling like it's fine. And I understand adrenaline, whatever, but there's no effing way how they made it seem like this thing was jacked up 4 ways to the weekend and just when he needed to walk, he didn't even have like a crutch or anything, he was just like we're going. I'm just like, no, no, you're not gonna die. And
I
then
mean, I did think
honestly,
the dad was
hmm?
gonna die. If any of the
You did?
family, it was gonna be the
Oh,
dad.
okay.
Yeah.
Like he was gonna sacrifice himself. Like,
Well, he's like, even like during the movie, he's like, came to like, oh, you're actually not that bad, kid. And it's like, okay, he's gone. It's over for him, you know.
That's it.
He's talking about his wife on the land, you know. It's over.
yeah, it's like I also, it wasn't that they didn't mesh well. I think the actors did the best they could. I just think the way the characters were written didn't mesh well. Like, I don't see how she would ever fall for him. She seems very outdoorsy, knows what's going on, is hands on, likes to, she's very knowledgeable. Like they show it and it's great. Like she's
Yeah.
the boats and survival. And then this guy is just like super lazy. She's not even being rebellious. She enjoys her family. She loves her family. They like going out in the ocean. I'm like, how did you end up hooking up with this guy? Like, clearly doesn't, not even the same thing. And then the little sister is just like, okay, let me just take this dinosaur. I'm just like, no, don't take a dinosaur as a pet. Like, we learned nothing from the previous ones. Um,
Well, even in this movie, the movie it like takes place. I don't remember how many years after the last
yeah, it's like
Jurassic Park, like
yeah,
five
it's like
years or something.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, but like all of the dinosaurs that are like in the US or like in zoos, they're all dead because they can't survive
in the
outside of
climate. Yeah,
yeah, and because like the oxygen is different than where they were, and even the just the weather in general. So all those dinosaurs are dead. So it's like, let me just take this baby dinosaur home with
yeah.
me. It's like that'll be dead in like a week.
It's not gonna
That's
survive, baby
messed
girl. It's
up.
not gonna survive.
Were
I
there
did like
any
that this
were there
film did
any
that though.
clone daughters
No,
or
No, they
clone?
all died off as well.
no. I did like that this movie addressed that, like how life is with dinosaurs everywhere.
Hmm.
Like, and that's what the previous movies didn't do. Is like, oh, there's dinosaurs roaming everywhere. It's like, yeah, but we didn't see them roaming everywhere. We saw one half a scene of like a little girl seeing a dinosaur, and that was it. But this is
Yeah.
actually like, oh, new traffic. They have to do traffic, and they're explaining like, oh, there's different wild stuff, and they're actually dying. They show you dying, and they give you exposition. And I wish the other ones had that, but this one had it, which is I enjoyed. I mean, um, they explain why only dinosaurs survive where and why, and so on and so forth. So that was fine.
Well, that's
Um,
good.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Hmm.
No, I did. But again, coming full circle, they all all main characters survive. Um, I googled
Even
some of
the one
these.
that you thought that might die still came back at the end
You know what? I knew he was
somehow.
gonna come back. I
Oh,
knew
I
it.
mean, I did too, but
I
it's
was
like,
like,
come
he's not
on.
dead because they're not showing he's dying. You know, they showed all the other deaths. They're not gonna not show him. And he's like, yeah, we made it. I was like, yeah, classic Titanic, classic Titanic. Oh no, they're leaving, but he's still here. Oh, the flare. You gotta go back. He survived somehow. Um, they don't really
Palpatine
show or they don't
survived
really care. They
somehow.
survive. I mean, he's facing off this 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 abnormality of a dinosaur.
Yeah.
This is absolutely, it looks like disgustingly just it deserves to be on this island. Poor thing. They didn't know what to do. But this thing was huge. I like the indestructible wrath, whatever that
Yeah, that
plastic is
was
made of. Please, I want that on my suit or whatever because I need that indestructible rubber mat that a T-Rex couldn't bite through. I need that in my life somehow that it survived because that's the movie is awesome. Um, I did find it funny that this whole thing started because of a Snickers bar.
Oh yeah.
Uh, you know, just super like white room, cleanse room, and You're just gonna have this idiot just, yeah, I have a Snickers bar. I'm just gonna throw it away. Like it's always got to be something small and dumb that's just like, oh no. Um, yeah, but overall, what do you think, Chris? What did you rake in for this? And
I would give it um 3 candy bars for the baby dinosaur out of 5.
oh yeah, would you go watch it in movie theaters?
Just to see the Odyssey trailer, go see it in
Oh
movie theaters.
yeah, that was the best 5 seconds of the whole
It
thing.
doesn't even look like anything, but it was cool.
Yeah, it's like 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
Um,
Really?
yeah,
Wait, did you not see it?
The
the Odyssey
Odyssey
trailer.
trail?
It was in
It
Superman
came
too.
out in
They showed
Superman
it.
too. Yeah,
Oh, we were late to Superman.
Oh, what a surprise.
that sounds like
Is
a
it?
y'all problem.
Is it?
I'd give this a 2.5. I don't know, 2.5. I don't even know.
Indestructible
Harpoons.
rafts.
Indestructible rafts, perfect, thank you. 2.5 indestructible rafts out of 5. It's enjoyable. I mean, I would go see it. Yeah, just I mean, go see it. Go see Jurassic. What is this called? The End of Time or
Rebirth.
something? Rebirth.
Rebirth.
Go see
I didn't
Jurassic
remember
Rebirth.
either until not I watched the movie. I didn't even know what it was called
Yeah,
until
yeah.
afterward.
I just Jurassic Park. You'll have a fun time. So just go. At least in my movie theater, it was complete. It was almost completely packed, and everybody loved that film. They were clapping at the end of it. So if it's enjoyable for the audience, who am I to be like it's crap? You know, that's just my opinion. But it seems like everybody enjoyed it, so you might go enjoy it yourself.
Great. All right. Charlie, do you want to tell us about Superman 2025?
Yep, Superman 2025. So Superman must reconcile his alien Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as a reporter Clark Kent. As the embodiment of truth, justice, and the human way, he soon finds himself in a world that views these as old-fashioned. This was directed by James Gunn, who's done Guardians of the Galaxy for Marvel and the Suicide Squad, and it includes David Corenswet, who plays Superman, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, shout out Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor.
Thanks, Charlie. So I know you are a huge DC fan.
And a
What did
huge
you think?
Superman fan.
You're probably the biggest
Yeah,
Superman fan here.
you're probably a huge fan.
What did you think of this new take on Superman? Or I
This new
guess
take, it's very James, like the movie as a whole is very James Gunny. Uh,
Explain.
like it's very, it's very similar to Guardians of the Galaxy if you've ever watched that.
You're giving examples. I need you to
never.
explain.
What was it? I was literally talking to a coworker about this, but the glossy, uh, kind of finish to the film, right? Everything was kind of was just kind of glossed over, like all the scenes and stuff. It's very bright. It's a very bright film, a lot of colors. Um, and that was two things. The second level would be like this movie was kind of corny, kind of cheesy, with his jokes, with this kind of just like kind of feel. Was I a super huge fan of it? Maybe not, not really. Um,
Hmm.
but it was, but it was, I mean, it was like a different, I don't want to say it was like bad or good. I just want to say it was like different, but I feel like that's a cop out. Um, but I mean, I
Well,
liked it
if you
overall just
explain yourself,
because.
it's not a cop out.
I guess let me get your what is your favorite Superman in
My
Yeah,
media?
favorite,
let's yeah rank them as of right now.
Or just like what do you
there's
like
like
in a
six
Superman
Supermans.
character?
What do I like about the Superman character? Everything I based is off of the Superman animated series, which I haven't seen in a long time. Um,
Is that true to
also,
comics?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, there's like a almost a Superman's almost 100 years old, so
Yeah.
he's
So
probably done
it's
all these in
yeah.
comics.
Yeah, Superman the animated series and Justice League is probably where I get my
Hmm.
other Superman lore, whether it's like canon or not. Um and Smallville, even though it's not really canon. But the themes are there, right? Uh but but yeah. But what was your question? Who was my favorite Superman?
Well, just getting your feel, like what
Yeah,
Superman do you like, kind of thing.
Justice League is probably the
Like
best
The
how
one.
did
animated
I?
version?
Over the animated version? Oh, I haven't seen it in a long time, so I can't even tell you an opinion.
It's what makes that Superman different than what
The
we got
Justice
here?
League Superman, he's probably the best Superman, probably the
Oh,
strongest Superman.
that doesn't really
Uh,
answer my question.
not the Justice League. Yeah, the animated series, not the. I realize
Yeah, that's what I'm
the
asking. Like
animated
the
series,
and
not the.
Which cut of the movie? No.
yeah, which
No,
Snyderverse version?
not
Yeah.
the movie, the animated series, Justice League. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. Just the fact that he's super. I think what I like about Superman is that he's strong as shit, and has to hold back everywhere he goes. And the Superman thing kind of flips the superhero thing where Clark Kent is his disguise. Like Superman is who he is,
Yeah.
and Clark Kent is his disguise. Um, but yeah, but there's a scene, and I watched this scene again, where he's fighting Darkseid, and he like explains that like the whole world to him feels like a toothpick, and when he's fighting
Yeah.
Darkseid, he can finally let go, and he just punches the shit out of him, like just hard, just hard. Um, so yeah, so I mean that's just like one aspect where I just like super strong dude, and you just have to um hold he just has to hold back always. Um so just holding yourself to that kind of level of pressure. I don't want to say pressure, but
Restraint?
the restraint.
Yeah.
LOL restraint must take a lot. Um so yeah, so there's that. We've seen versions of Superman where he doesn't land in Kansas, right? He lands in Russia and just becomes like a Russian super soldier. And just a bunch of other things. And all his powers. Powers are cool. He can do everything. So, so there's that. Why are you a Superman fan?
I'm not. I've never really been.
Jeez.
I don't know.
Are you
He
like a
feels
Batman
like
person?
I definitely like Batman more, just because I don't know. Superman always feels so kind of like generic almost, just because he's the Boy Scout, like the he's like the best of everyone. He has to be stoic and that kind of thing. So I've never like been a fan of his character really, but I I don't know. I liked him in this mainly because it's different. And even like James Gunn, which I feel like I'm kind of mixed on his last few films. Like I didn't really care for Guardians 3 as much or the Suicide Squad, but I enjoy this one. It was refreshing to see like a DC project that it wasn't just like kind of like gray and brooding, dark. Everything's dark and pretty much the entire Snyderverse that we had, the DCEU.
Yeah. Well, it does match like everything else that surrounds Superman. Metropolis isn't Gotham, right? It's like
Yeah.
there's like nice blue skies, and it's like modern architecture, and he works at the Daily Planet, which is a super nice building and all that fun stuff. Right.
Yeah, they like made a joke about it during the last season of Harley Quinn. Like it's like Gotham, it's all like it's always stormy and like dark out, and across the like the lake or the pond is um where like Superman lives, and it's all like sunny and everything's clean. So yeah,
That
it's
that's gotta be a commentary on Batman Superman, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yep.
Batman
Like
cannot control his own city, but Superman's like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Crime is
like
down.
Batman's
Yeah.
like during the night and like in the shadows, and Superman is during the day and like yeah, he literally thrives on the sun, while Batman is like the shadow in the shadows, which is interesting.
I'm pretty sure like people who like are going through Lake Superior or like Detroit in Canada. Look at Metropolis and look at Gotham over here. Just Detroit's over here just dying. Canada looks really nice.
Yeah, also I feel like I would have liked more setup to this world, or at least the like the current conflict. Like the film starts off with Superman like getting in trouble for going to a war, like another country's war zone, and like stopping the war. I feel like I don't know, I wish I would have seen that maybe, or like just had a little more setup, just because like this feels like the third movie in a franchise, or like season two, episode five or something. Like they already like if everything is so established, which I do like, but also I don't know, I kind of just wish there was a little more setup for that. And I guess my bane, the most unrealistic thing in this entire movie of like metahumans and stuff is how one article saved the day, essentially.
I I have
Like,
a no, yeah,
like
I'm
the world is literally breaking apart, and there's like a
that's
war and different, like a huge war going on. But like, let me just publish this one article,
nobody,
and it
yeah,
will save
nobody
the
gives,
world. Like,
yeah,
what
no,
kind of
nobody gives a
dystopia is
crap.
this?
Yeah, I don't. I just we'll get into
News
it. I
news
just
travels fast, baby.
yeah, because apparently the Daily
No.
Planet,
But that
freaking
whole thing,
newspaper, is still active in this 2025
I will
reality.
I will say that this story, the story as a whole, was like a classic. Lex Luthor is it's like whatever is happening um at the surface level, and then there's like a Lex Luthor like conspiracy behind it.
Hmm.
Like just the way it was all set up, and he ends up, I don't know if we're in spoilers yet, but like,
No.
Lex Luthor is behind this and
Yeah.
that, and it was just classic. It was just classic
Eddie,
genius from Lex
what
Luthor.
did
And
you think of this movie?
No, I was kind of going on your part too, Chris, where the movie started in the middle. And I don't care. I guess the way you decide to tell a story, that's fine. I just thought that they were just gonna circle back. I thought I was like, oh, we're starting in the middle. We're gonna get the middle in the beginning and the end in the end, or get the end, just mix or match. But yeah, I really felt I didn't like the fact that because I don't think we need another origin. So we all know who Superman is.
Yeah.
The thing that I have was that they were it felt like they were trying to do both, where it's like, oh, we need to give the audience an understanding of who and what Superman is, but at the same time we're not gonna do an origin story and give you of who, and what he is. A lot of the dialogue felt very, very like a whole lot of exposition. And I was like, well, if you're gonna go ahead and do this, you don't need to give the exposition. But it felt like for an audience member, it's like we want you to not know who Superman is, but at the same time know who Superman is. Um, and it just the writing just that's what it felt like to me. Where it's like, especially when the robot doctors are like, "Oh, hello, Superman. We're gonna go it clearly this isn't the first time that you've had robots work on you, but you're having the conversation as if this is the first time having the conversation, and it's meant, like I said, it's meant to have exposition for the audience. But later in the movie, we don't get any of the, we don't get any of the setup that you're supposed to already know. There's no, they're having a meeting with all, the United States world leaders and Lex Luthor's in there. So like, there's nothing that could hurt Superman. Kryptonite can. We don't know what kryptonite is, and there's not anything out there. It's like, yeah, but we don't. We just know that it hurts him, and you know that it hurts him, and we're not gonna go into it. It is just what it's the thing that hurts him. When prior to the movie, you're setting up everything about him, but his weakness is just a throwaway kryptonite. We don't have any. Whatever we get is like, I got to work around that. Don't worry about it. And it's just like a very dismissive. You should know that kryptonite weakens him, so we don't need to explain how we're going to weaken Superman. He's just going to be weak. And again, I guess to Charlie's point, I'm used to a Superman that's OP, so I'm not used to the Superman bleeding at all.
Tell me,
Or
do you bleed?
yeah, or
Why did you say that name? Why did you say
uh,
that name?
or or dislocating bones, like, or bullets. He's scared of bullet. You know what I'm saying? Like even Supergirl in the Flash, all he needed was a little bit of sun, and she was bulletproof immediately. And he's a 30-year-old Superman at this point. Like he's gone through all the transitions of what a Superman in any version has already gone through. So he should, at least again, we should know that he's impervious to a lot of things. The movie starts with him getting his ass kicked, and I'm like, all right, there has to be a kryptonite level, something kryptonite. That's the only thing that weakens him because he just can't get nothing, right? Unless the original comics, which if this is more aligned to, he did was weak. I don't know. It
Well,
just,
I
you know what I'm saying?
mean,
Like,
I don't want to spoil who he was fighting, but I feel like that kind of explains why he was getting beat up. No?
no, yeah, I will get to that because again, I'm not gonna claim to be like, I read the comics and I know who it is. It's just the version, as Charlie put it earlier, the version that I've grown up with, or the version that I've understood is that, he's just OP, and the only way to get to him is to have you know the many versions of kryptonite that weaken him or make him vulnerable. um but I've never seen a version of Superman just constantly on the ground. Like it halfway through the movie, I'm like, man, this is like your fourth time that you cannot, like, get it together. And I've never understood Superman to be super smart, but I didn't understand him to be that quirky. And I guess, it is an interpretation of it, but he felt like he was still learning how to be a superhero. Um, and I don't know if that was on purpose, but I feel like the setup for the movie made it seem like he's been here for so long, he understands what's going on, and he's involved in real things. Like they try to present real things, but then when he gets into action, he acts quirky or doesn't know how to do things or is off his game. Like that. It just didn't sit well with me. I was like, you're making jokes in the middle of fight. Like I just felt like I was watching a really cheap version of like a crappy Marvel movie. I was just like, okay, sure. And it's not even getting into like this is some Fast and the Furious writing, but it is a superhero movie, so we'll get to that. Um, but I will say all the characters in here had their own arc. I liked all the characters' arc, even the side characters. I am very, very on board with whoever the editor was. That man was awesome. And Mr. Tech or whatever his name is,
Terrific.
uh, terrific, Mr. Terrific. That guy's an ace in my book. Um, he could, he could come to any of my birthday parties. Um, but yeah, I get more into the spoilers once we get into it.
Yeah, I agree with you. The side characters are honestly probably better than Superman. I enjoy them more so, but I mean I still enjoyed Superman for what he was, but yeah, definitely some of the size characters stole the show, like Mr. Terrific. A lot of his scenes were just great.
Mr.
Same with
Terrific was awesome.
the Green Lantern. I don't know which version that
Nathan
is.
Fillion is the
Yeah.
best.
Like he's just like a dick and yeah, it's great. I would say Hawk Girl didn't really get much to do in this. So, eh.
She,
Lois was good. Definitely the best Lois that I've seen in movie wise, I feel. Because Amy Adams had like nothing to do in those movies. And so I definitely preferred this Lois to that.
what about Cat Grant?
Who?
Cat Grant, the ditzy blonde girl that was kind of like in the background.
Oh, like Lex's girlfriend.
No, that's Eve.
Wait, who's Cat Grant?
Cat Grant. Well, she's Supergirl's boss in the show Supergirl.
Which in the Daily Planet?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, sure. This is a character, I
She's just
guess.
just kind of just hanging out. Just kind of
Yeah,
there.
I don't know. I mean, Jimmy Olsen, like I like the actor, so I was already on board with
Yeah.
him. But yeah, she whatever.
Jimmy Olsen was cool. I don't know he had that much riz.
I don't know. And I would say like a lot of that Daily Planet subplot was kind of just not very good. But I guess it gave those characters something to do. But it
Yeah.
was it was whatever.
I was also confused as to like it was 2025, but also everything
Not
felt kind of like
2025. Yeah.
yeah.
That's why, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, it's
I
also
feel
like a
like it
fictional
works
world.
sometimes. Yeah, I understand it's a fictional world, but even within your fictional rules, there's still kind of rules. But I don't know. Maybe that's why I felt nostalgic and futuristic at the same time. And I feel like it just missed the mark a little bit. Not by a whole lot, just a little bit. With some of the bits, right? The whole
Hmm.
I gotta take selfies, I gotta take selfies. I don't think she was purposely trying to build a case. It just happened that way.
You don't
And
know.
I understood I understood that aspect of it, right? Of like our modern day, blah blah blah. And then like again, I feel like we're going to what it was like, okay, I'm gonna have you attack based on how a video game would play. It's like, yes, exactly. That's exactly how it would be. Because Lex Luthor can't doesn't know what AI is, but sure.
Well,
We're
I
gonna
think it's like I'm the smartest person in the world. I don't need AI. I know how to beat him.
yeah, well,
And it's
implement
like an
yourself
ego
in that
thing.
I mean, yeah, I understand. I give you that, Chris. I give you
It's
that.
like who does he want to beat Superman? He wants to beat Superman.
Yeah. No.
It's not like I'm not gonna have a computer do this.
Yeah. I guess again, the I don't want to say it's a commentary, but like modernizing how they go about it in today's world, um, and trying to maintain it in 2025, but still trying to, again, I don't know if this is the goal, but still trying to keep it not 2025. Like people still read newspapers, um, or like, there are still kids playing outside, um, or that, the news would say, I'm sorry to Superman. Like they just wouldn't do these things. The news wouldn't apologize for getting the story wrong or jumping to conclusions before all the information's out. It's not real, despite the fact that it's a TV, it's a movie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, I definitely agree on that. The all the news parts.
Yeah.
So that's just
We're
like
sorry. No, you're not. You're
it's like one of the news is clear like Fox News or something. And it's like they would never even like post this story. It's
That's the most unrealistic thing of this entire damn fucking movie.
yeah.
Um, but anyway.
Yeah, let's get into spoilers. We'll be spoiling the DCU, this new DCU, and probably anything else DC related if it comes up. But yeah, let's do it.
I did get
So,
asked, is I'm not sure I haven't read up on like what the plans are if this is like restarting the universe.
what?
But can
Yeah,
you imagine a James Gunn Batman? And how
it's
No.
would that
already
work?
it's already happening.
Oh boy.
I mean, I was gonna say this for later, but we can if we're talking about it now. So the current DCU, the new DCU slate is Clayface movie coming out next year, I believe. Supergirl,
Clayface.
World of Tomorrow movie, Justice League movie to be announced, and then we have three TV shows. We have Lanterns, the Green Lantern show. We have The Authority. This is do you know the lady with like the nanobots or nano like that lady who can like change her body in this movie? What was her name? Oh, the engineer. Yes.
Oh, the engineering, yeah.
Yeah, The Authority is about like her and like essentially Lex Luthor's like Evo organization. And then we have a Waller, Amanda Waller show. So
Oh, an Amanda Waller show?
I think it's animated, it seemed like.
With or without the Suicide Squad?
That'd be weird without, but I
Yeah, I
mean,
think yeah, unless there's like an origin story that we need to have.
eh,
Yeah, that's
I don't know. But like, I mean, Peacemaker has his own show off of
It's 2 seasons.
the Suicide. Yeah, so I don't know. Any of those like you're super excited for any of those?
Probably Green Lantern and Supergirl. Depends on the Green Lantern. Is it gonna be
I think it's like I heard it's going to
uh
be like True Detective, but Green Lantern's like space thing. So
which
like
Green Lantern is it gonna be?
I don't know if they've said, but I know uh, Damien Lindelof is writing it. The person who did Lost and The Leftovers, he's writing the
Okay.
series, so that should be great. Clayface, I don't know. I feel like that's
I
it's
feel
like such
like
a weird one.
yeah, I feel like they should learn from what? Like not Venom. Um oh, what was that terrible Marvel movie? Uh they should just learn from like Madam Web slash oh it's like a meme.
Morbius.
Yeah, it's Morbin type. Yeah. Morbius, maybe Venom, maybe Madam Web, where it's like I think the one-offs on a specific villain doesn't really work without the hero, right? Do you care about Clayface? I don't care about Clayface. I care about Clayface when it comes to Batman,
Do
but
you
I
think
don't care
it's like
about.
Clayface trying to be an actor? Like that's the movie.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know. I
it's
don't know.
hard to like think of Clayface and not think of the character from Harley Quinn just because that character is really good and it's
Yeah,
very comedic. Like I'm a terrible actor, but everyone loves me. So I don't know what that will even be like, but I'm definitely intrigued by that one.
yeah.
Everything else kind of take or leave. Like Supergirl, she was in the Superman movie, and I was like, okay, she goes other planets and just to get drunk, like cool,
I don't know if
whatever.
that's on par with her character, but that's some out of place to me.
Yeah, definitely that felt like a James Gunn kind of joke that he threw in there, which I was like, I don't care for this, but whatever.
Also, it kind of is a big fuck you to me because it's like, oh, it's like
To you
you're
personally?
Well,
You
I'm just saying,
personally?
like all this time you had your cousin to help, and
I
she's
mean,
out getting
she didn't look
drunk.
like she was helping anyone.
I just meant like you have two. You have two. There's two of you. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Just okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe Smallville just ruined these characters for me because they're just not it. They're just not it at all.
Not my DC characters.
Well, I just felt like Supergirl was just, the
My
apple
DC
that didn't
characters wear short shorts and a red top.
and super tight skin and have minimals of G's size cups.
Jesus.
No, it's just like in Supergirl. I never watched Supergirl, so maybe Charlie, you could lend, or Chris, I don't know if you watch Supergirl, but
No.
isn't her character like not not that far that fell from the tree from like Clark
Yeah.
Kent?
Yeah, she's pretty
Like
like
her very like
yeah,
she's
she's
also
like
learning. She's also like
yeah.
morality is what I think is correct, and then it's like no, morality is more complicated than black and white, good and bad. It's like there's levels of gray, which again, what I assume Superman is learning as he's growing. But I didn't ever picture Kara or whatever her name is to just be like, "Woo, party!" I was like, "You're not that much younger than Clark to be like
Yeah, that she wasn't portrayed like that in
going
Super
out." I'm just like,
yeah, in
"What?"
Supergirl.
And then it's not even his dog; it's her dog.
Which I feel like that checks though, just because how like that dog is like out of control for most
That
of the
dog is out of
movie.
control.
It's
That
like
dog
that's
is very
why
out of
that like,
control.
oh, no wonder, because she doesn't care and she's like, oh, I love it when you like punch me into the ground.
I don't feel it.
Yeah, exactly. I guess we didn't even talk about crypto yet. What do you guys think of crypto?
I think crypto makes the movie move forward. I don't like that they also changed this dog for some reason. It's supposed to be a lab, from my understanding. It's not supposed to have curly hair. They gave a whole new dog a whole new identity. That's what really is upsetting me.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Jeez.
They took
This guy.
Yeah.
they took Wishbone's acting away and they gave it to somebody else. Gave it to another dog. Um
I don't care. I thought it was kind of cute.
for our older audience of Wishbone reference.
I like
No,
crypto.
I'm just playing. Crypto was nice. I enjoyed the we'll put you in here when we need you type of role. Because to tell you the truth, between the second act and the third act, I had forgotten about this damn dog. Like he
Well, I
is
mean, it
not
was like
mentioned.
in jail and then beat up, it was.
Yeah, I know, but they just kind of left him there suspended. Like
Did you think they were
literally
gonna kill the
suspended.
dog? Like
Yes, they were gonna kill the dog. They were gonna kill the dog.
I was like, oh shit. Like I know James Gunn did this in Guardians 3, he's not like averse to killing animals, but man, crypto, that'd be messed up.
uh yeah, I feel like he was gonna kill the dog. Um but I enjoyed crypto.
Hmm.
I didn't expect him to be he could be wild, but I don't think he could be dumb. That's the only thing I didn't like.
It kind of like felt like he was a puppy and he was just
Yeah,
like
well, yeah,
destroying
exactly.
everything and
Exactly. Yeah, okay, he was
wasn't
a
really listening
puppy
to
and it
anyone.
wasn't listening because it doesn't even listen to its owner.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh, I figured the dog would be energetic, but I don't think it'd be like not understanding. But if it does seem like it's younger, so it's just like whatever. Um, I just I felt bad when they needed him because it was like it's a hit or miss, and it's like Joey playing Time Wizard. It's like, man, this isn't a strategy. This is just complete stupid random luck that you're
Exactly.
depending on. It's not strategy. Rolling dice isn't strategy. Getting lucky isn't strategy. But it works for you, and that's why you've made it your strategy. So it's like, um, sure.
Like even like when Superman was in like the black hole lake, like swimming around there. It's like, oh, this is the deadliest thing. You shouldn't go in here. And then like Superman immediately after they
Just
The
say
gets in
that
dog,
it.
he's just
yeah.
swimming in it with the
Like
hold
the
on to the
binary
baby.
river
Yeah.
or like the
Again,
whatever it's
again,
called.
bullets hurt him, but you know,
What bullet?
Yeah, what bullet? When did he get
bullet.
shot?
He got no, he doesn't get shot. He gets like punched by the guy, and he bleeds. Like
Yeah,
again,
the
he's supposed
clone
to
of
be
Yeah, but
impervious.
what
Superman?
bullet? What bullets are you talking about?
I'm saying he's supposed to be impervious, right, to most pretty much everything except kryptonite. But when Mr. Terrific's like, if we go in there, we'll just be shredded into. He's somehow vulnerable to punches, but he goes into a pool of literal, just fucking that's not supposed to be possible, and he's swimming in it. He's swimming in particles and atoms, but he isn't impervious to earthly things, but he's impervious to a rip in the actual fabric of the fucking universe. Like, also, does time
Well, he
universe
was
not
fighting
work in this?
himself. It was almost a
Yeah.
fight himself,
He was finding a clone of himself.
which
The
I
only one
imagine
who
Again,
can
is
make him
just as
bleed is
strong.
again,
he.
Mr.
Yeah.
Bizarro fights him. He doesn't hurt the same, like he doesn't bleed.
He's
The only
not
thing that
fighting
makes him bleed
Bizarro. He's
is
fighting a clone of himself.
I know, but
Yeah.
when he fights Bizarro, it's the same idea. He doesn't bleed or tear. He doesn't break bones. It's Superman. If he's
Superman has
able to get
been
his bones broken,
Superman was
but he
getting shit
can't,
rocked for a
Yeah,
while.
Superman gets beat up by people who don't have kryptonite all the time in the
does
comics,
he
and
bleed?
does he bleed? What
Does
the
he
fuck?
bleed?
Yo,
Does
Ben
he get his
Affleck. Ben
bones
Affleck has the
broken?
same question.
Does he get his bones broken? Because this man breaks his bones, but somehow the river of universe juice doesn't disintegrate him, but he's able to break a fucking shoulder blade. Again, there's no level
Yeah,
of
but he's fighting.
consistency.
He's literally fighting himself.
No, he literally dislocates and breaks his own shoulder.
Yes, so he can kill the hit or like get rid of the evil version of himself, the clone.
which which goes back to the second point. He he's all about don't kill. I will never kill, no matter what. Ends up killing himself.
Yeah, that guy will be back. You know that guy will be
I'm
back.
just saying, he's literally trying to kill him. He isn't trying to find a way, just like every other scene up to this point. He wants to kill him. So
I wouldn't
where's your
say he wants to kill him.
yeah, I mean, yeah, he does. He isn't like,
If
how do
he
I
if
get
he
out of this
wanted to kill him,
situation?
he wouldn't have thrown him into the black hole. I
That's
feel
my
like he
point.
would have ripped
That's
his
my
head
point.
off,
That's my point. He did kill
but he
him.
didn't. He
I'm
didn't
just saying.
Zod snap his neck, you know? He didn't do that.
I'm just that's true. Zod
I feel like
snapped his
that's
neck.
different.
Because he let part of the universe thing that come down to it, and not his actual hands.
See, it wasn't him, it was gravity.
Also, also, does the space time continuum not work? If he was that close to a black hole, by the time he got out, the world would have been like a million years ahead of time. Because gravity. We all saw Interstellar, how that works. 1 fucking hour is 27 years. He was there for 30 seconds. Time definitely lapsed in our world. I'm just
It's a comic
saying.
book. There's no reality. What
Yeah, no, this is
what
definitely
Lex Luthor literally set off like a
a
reactor
time
bomb so he
rift.
can
Yes, he
yeah,
sent
so
a
he can
time
have his
rift.
own get like
Pocket
prison
universe.
galaxy.
He
Like
said
there's no
he
there's
got a
no
fucking
like
pocket
there's no
universe.
like physics in this universe, you know? Like what
There
are you talking
isn't.
about?
It's not like, oh my God, Mr. Terrific's like, if you're off by 1 picometer, it's the black hole could happen unless you're super duper perfect. And I'm like, man, y'all walking just casually having a fight in here as if the fucking space-time continuum isn't just like so fragile in this fucking pocket universe. Like, what is going on? I'd be terrified. I'd be terrified as shit. And he opens it, and the whole time the fight scene is going on, Lois Lane is writing her article. She's not even writing it, she's dictating it. and
Well, I feel like
Jimmy is
Jimmy
writing
essentially
it.
did all the work, and
Yeah,
Lois just
Jimmy
put
did
up
all
the
the work in this
headline.
He
fucking
was writing.
movie.
He was like writing on the spaceship too.
Jimmy did everything.
And Lois like put my name on it. It's mine.
It's fine.
Exactly. And then you forget that they got into a ship. 6 people got into a ship to write one article. The entire third act of this movie. And then once the fighting's over, the editor's like, that's perfect. Right? Were you doing this just reading this entire time as the fabric of space and time are literally breaking in front of you? Like, this is what's going to save the world. This is what's important. The article is what's going to save the world, not the fact that you have the literal destruction of the entire world happening underneath your feet. I would think you'd be more pressed and more worried. And people just you evacuated Metropolis, the entire city in
Well,
five
it
minutes.
wasn't even the entire city. It was like one section of the city because it was like going
Yeah,
across the
for
thing. It's
real.
like, oh, there's still people over there. It's like, what? Did you not do the whole city? What?
Also, it's like, yo,
It's like
Lex
the riff won't
Luthor.
get that far,
I know,
Like,
right? It's
sure.
like Lex Luthor knew exactly where the riff was gonna go because his building had perfectly, just in case my building separates into two. I have a floater. Look at
Yeah.
us. Whoa, we're not worried at all. What?
People
Why do
were
you have that
definitely
in
worried
place? Why
though.
do you have that in place though? Like,
All part
that
of the
is, it's
plan.
all part of the plan. Uh, that and then everybody in Metropolis just there's no panic. There's a
Oh,
literal giant lizard in the middle of the time
I was
of
gonna
the
bring
Yeah,
that
that
up
city.
too.
was,
Everybody's
and
just
they're
sitting
still
there.
like
There's a
within
They're
little
all
like
on
girl
their phones.
playing.
yeah,
Why
they're
They're
is
on
on
there
their
a
their
little girl
phones.
phones.
playing in the street that Superman has to go save? Move, run, pay attention. There's a giant
Literally, no
lizard.
one is running. No one is running during that
Everybody's
scene.
taking a picture. Everybody's just, I'm like, leave, run. Why are you? I know there's desensitization here because of metro, the insurance must be through the roof. But at some point, you still worry about your life. Like, run. There's a huge ass monster. Like, just, at least get shelter or some good distance and record. Why are you still in the office building working? There is a fucking giant turtle outside of your place. Run, leave. I think
It
your
is
boss would
Metropolis. I wonder if it's
understand.
like just another Tuesday for us, another big thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Major Metropolis, because exactly when the whole building was getting evacuated, everybody's running. I was like, why are you grabbing your things as if you're getting fired? Leave, run, don't pack. Like, it doesn't matter. The world, the universe will cease to exist. Just go, right? And the editor is like, all right, tell me what you got. I was like, what do you mean? Tell me? Do you not see the panic that's going around the world? And furthermore, people across the world need to understand. I'm pretty sure the world knows what's going on in Metropolis. Why is the war still happening? Why is the war still happening?
Well, the
Just let it
war,
go.
whatever
The
the
war, the
rift was
the
to like a distraction, right? To get
like
Superman there, and then they're gonna have the war.
I know, but the people who are the citizens in the countries don't know what's going on. Only the
Oh no.
but why are you standing there as if like if you know what I'm saying? Like, this is all mute point if they don't get the fucking rip and space time continuum under control. That's it. It's over. None of this matters. I feel like that's the important part that everybody seemed to let fall to the waistline in the last part of this movie. Up to this movie, I understand there's things that take priority. Other people can handle it. I get that. But when there's an actual like black hole that's forming, I feel like that should be the priority for everybody. Right? And it's like Mr. Terrific's like, I can't hack into the thing to make it go. He gets into Lex Luthor's lair. He's like, I could help. I don't need your help. You clearly do, bro, because you couldn't
I mean,
hack
he
into
got it.
it. I'm
Yeah, he
just
did.
saying, like,
I was
he's
confused as to why he
he's
just didn't do
offering.
that in the first place. Like you have weapons, and everybody in that room doesn't look like security. So just
Oh,
bust in. If you just need 10 seconds on the computer, then just,
and those
force your way in.
Luther bots, what are they called? Luther armies or whatever,
Yeah,
Lutheranians.
his like army guys.
Yeah. Oh, definitely some people died there. I don't care what you say.
Ah, after he lasered them, they were still moving on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're falling. You're telling me nobody like accidentally fell on their head or like on their back? They, you know what I'm saying?
you
Like
know,
somebody had to
he
have
doesn't
died
he
on
doesn't
that,
kill,
you
but he
know?
paralyzes
He
only.
paralyzes. Well, according to how you're talking about Chris, it's like he didn't kill him. Gravity did, and you know what?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
See?
He didn't kill anybody. Gravity just took its course,
Gravity.
and I didn't kill anybody. Um, which again, killing a world leader who's bent on war, that's okay. When
Well, I
That
other
mean,
was
when
Superman
other
didn't do it.
superheroes
That
do,
was
no, when
Yeah,
other
Superman didn't
superheroes do
okay
it, it's
that.
fine.
Superman didn't okay that.
I'm
and
just it's
and what Eddie, those characters kill whoever they want. Like they
I
literally like
know, but
Superman's like, I want to
Lois went
let's
on a
put this.
rant. Lois went on a rant of like there are U.S. political allies and there are actual consequences of doing things without proper approval, and then somebody else goes and again, it's not Superman, but somebody else can go ahead and just kill a world leader, and it just makes it seem like the ramifications for Superman are somehow held to a higher standard, but other people can
Yeah.
go ahead and do the same thing. Now, again, it is Superman. I understand that. But the argument that was made in the first half makes it seem like, okay, well, Superman was right, and he wasn't wrong, and it just so happened to be out this way that anybody would have killed this world leader. So why couldn't Superman have just been fine the way he acted? Because he acted on a moral stand, not a political stand, and it's a great. I love that whole dialogue between each other because it actually provides both sides, and they're very very passionate about their sides, and both of them have actual logic behind them. It's like, yes, this is great. This
Yeah,
is what I
that
thought
that
the
scene
movie
was
was going
really
to go
good.
for. That scene was
Yeah.
awesome. It was
Yeah.
great, and it didn't take away from who they were because they were trying so hard to not to be who they were. Like she's like, I am a reporter. I'm not your girlfriend. It's like I am Superman. I am not your boyfriend. We are having real discussions, and we need to have these real discussions because of where we stand, and these are real world implications, and that was great. I was like, if this movie continues that way, it's going to be great. And then their second face to face is completely fucked by like having this giant alien in the back, and just like it kind of felt like Men in Black. Remember Men in Black when Will Smith gets eaten by an alien in the car, and they're having like a serious conversation in the front. It's like, it's like there's a giant lizard out there, but they're having a heart to heart. Like I was
I
like,
mean that definitely felt like a James Gunn kind of joke, like serious conversation, but there's
just
like a
having just
goofy
a goofy thing in the
like Green
background going
Lanterns
on.
hitting the giant eyeball thing jellyfish with the bat, like
Yeah.
it's just like a silly thing. Yeah.
I guess James Gunn's just got to you got to go another shtick, man, because that I feel like somebody's gonna do it right the way they redid Oppenheimer and like in like Endgame. There's got to be an editor out there who could like edit it without the background noise. I'm like it hits so much better. You know what I mean? That's what that made that first conversation so good. I was like, there wasn't a break in, for just a comedic laugh or whatever. It's like very serious and it ended very serious and you just move on, you know. But anyway, that's all I got.
Did anyone stay for the post credit scenes? I had to go, so I did not see them.
I saw, yeah, the first one was what was it? It was
It was like him and Crypto just hanging out on the moon, looking at
on
the.
the moon, and then
Okay.
the second one was what was the second one? It was there was also just like a quick scene. It was Superman. He was
It
just
was
like,
like it's unforgettable because I don't remember it.
yeah, it was just like him hanging out on. He was just watching. Wait, they were both just a watching scene.
Yeah. I've heard a friend who watched them like it's not even worth staying.
Yeah.
Or like they're in the trailer. Like I think the crypto on the moon thing was in the trailer or one of the trailers. So I'm not sad that I missed those.
You shouldn't be. It was not anything like a value.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting that it wasn't like like since this is like essentially the first movie of the new DCU, you think he would try to set up, but
Yeah, I think you would think Samuel L. Jackson will walk in and say, like, I'm building a team.
who is your favorite Superman? You can email us at straight
Oh,
to
that's what
POD.
it was. It was him and Mr. Terrific. Sorry, I mean, it
Oh, go
was him
ahead.
and Mr. Terrific. Like when the world got split and then it got put together, he's like bitching that the facade of the building is like off. Like you can
Okay.
still see the crack, and then he walks off mad because the city didn't like the building didn't get back together. The headquarters didn't get back together. So it was dumb. It was dumb.
I mean, I feel like you would have to destroy that building anyways and rebuild it. The structure is destroyed at that point.
It definitely is.
The inside is
Yeah.
probably worse.
Were there any scenarios we didn't cover? Do you have a Superman that's your favorite? You can email us at straight2pod@gmail.com and follow us on Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, and Twitch at Straight to POD. And that concludes another episode of Straight to POD.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Chris.
And now I'm Eddie.
Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.